Hi, thank you so much for tuning in to Sidewalks Entertainment. One of them has been on our show before, and she's returning a couple of years later, so it's really exciting to have her on. And joining her is a newcomer to Sidewalks Entertainment, and he is just absolutely talented. Tafari and Brooklyn Prince will be joining us right here on Sidewalks Entertainment. So don't change that channel. You don't want to miss out. Let's go ahead and get right to it right here on Sidewalks Entertainment. I'd like to welcome Tafari and returning guest, Brooklyn Prince, to Sidewalks Entertainment. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi. Thank you for
Thank you
having
for
us.
having us.
Thank you for having me again.
Yes, welcome. So, both of you started working as actors at a young age. Let's talk a little bit about how you started out. Brooklyn, how did you get into acting, and how did that later lead to your first paid role?
Okay, so this is actually kind of a cool story. So, my mom worked at an agency, and when I was 3 years old, her agent friend was like, "Oh my gosh, they need, this around like 3 to 4 year old for this really cute role. Brooklyn's so cute. Why don't you just have her come in and audition for it?" And my mom was like, "No, like I've worked in the industry, like I don't really know if, she wants to get into that or. My grandma, my Mimi was like, "Ooh, let her try it out. She can get all dressed up for it and stuff." So, we went and I did it and I absolutely fell in love. And when we got back into the car, um, my mom and my Mimi were like, "Did you like it?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, I want to do it more." And so that's how it started. And then I did commercials up until I was 6 years old, and then I just went to a casting call for the Florida Project, and that's how they picked me for the Florida Project.
Oh, that's so awesome. And you're right, that is a really cool story. That's very cool. So the same question for you, Che. I mean, before Little Wing, you've actually worked with Kevin Hart. So I mean, how did you first get into acting, and how did that later lead to your first paid role?
Well, I started acting, so I've always been one to like get in front of people. I've always wanted to like entertain and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you look at my Instagram, I mean, I have so many pictures of me when I was little, like just dressed up in these ridiculous costumes, and my
Baby
mom,
Che's really cute.
yeah, and I was like,
Aw, so
and
sweet.
my mom just said, "You know what? Let's just get you in some acting classes. You like to dress up and everything like that. Let's just get you in some acting classes." Got in some acting classes, and then I just happened to there was a showcase with a bunch of agents, and they were like, "You know what? We want you." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Yeah, sure, yeah, yeah." And
Oh my God.
we got into the agency, and then I just started like doing commercials
Mhm.
and doing other stuff, and then there was so many things I forgot. This is sad. I forgot the first thing I did. It's right at the tip of my tongue, but I remember just doing so many things and like being like these tiny roles and stuff like that, but I didn't care. I just absolutely loved doing it,
Mhm.
and I just loved dressing up,
Mhm.
and like memorizing lines. So that's how I got here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw, I love that. Well, now I have to take a look at your Instagram so I could see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, Brooklyn, it's been a couple of years since the last time we've had you on our show. Welcome back. Um, have you picked up any new hobbies lately?
Yes. Okay. So I just became a really big comic enthusiast and manga enthusiast. So I'm making a comic book actually because of it. So, but yeah. So I picked up the hobby. I really like anime. I
Very
just got into
nice.
that because of Christian Convery from Cocaine Bear. Thanks to him. And um,
Nice.
I like Mario Kart. My mom and I have Mario Kart matches almost every night now. So.
Oh my
It's
God. Awesome. So, Che, this is your very first time here on Sidewalks Entertainment. Welcome. Uh, what are your hobbies during your free time?
Well, I love music.
He's
I'm a musician, and I'm
Oh,
a
I love
composer
that.
too as well. So
Yeah.
I like to write and play music. So not only do I love acting, I love music, and I just love the arts in general. So I'll try to do paintings and draw. I'll try to do, music and other stuff, acting. I'll try to write certain things. And so I'm just a big fan of the arts. I feel like the arts is definitely a way for me to express myself in certain ways. Yeah.
he's multi-talented.
Yeah, it really does sound like he is. And actually both of you, it sounds like both of you are artists like in pretty much all aspects, not just in acting.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So both of you are the lead characters in the film Little Wing, which is now streaming on Paramount Plus. Brooklyn, you play Caitlin. Che, you play Adam, her best friend. Brooklyn, have you worked with animals before for a role? And what was it like to work with birds for this film?
Um, so I've done Cocaine Bear, but that was all CGI. Um, I I don't think I've worked with like ants and dogs before, like dogs kind of wolf dogs, but I've never worked hands on with an animal, like a movie about like animals that are like real in like the in natural form. So working with the birds was really scary at first. And I was really scared, but then I went in there and I held the bird and I was like, oh my gosh. And so after that, I realized they're really smart, really smart. Like they recognize faces. Like they'll see me from across the room and Lauren will be like, oh, you can go see her. And they'll fly across the room and just land on my arm and you just go and they'll just land right on your arm. And I want a pigeon now.
Well, yeah, I'm actually a little surprised that you don't already have a pet pigeon. Well, Che, what did you know about pigeon racing before working on this film? And how did that compare to what you learned in working in Little Wing?
See, that's the thing. I really didn't even know about pigeon racing before this movie. I mean, as I told Brooklyn, I mean, I used to think of pigeons as like the rats of the sky, just like low down, dirty, and I was like, poor pigeons, and then I just actually like read the script, and then I was like, oh my God, and then I just started doing research, and I was like, these creatures are so amazing. They're smart, they're beautiful, they're
Mhm.
everything. I was like, yeah, I just fell in love with them, and then I learned so much about them. Like, they'll fly over like thousands of miles just to get back to their home because they only know one home in their life, and anywhere else they're considered prisoners. And I just thought that was such a great metaphor for life, just trying to find out where true home is in
Mhm.
your life, whether it be a person, whether it be a family, whether it be a house, or whether it be any place. And it's just, I just found it absolutely amazing. And it really just explored certain themes, especially in my life, of just finding out where true home is and not
Yeah.
necessarily wanting to see more of the materialistic, but look at more like the spiritual things within everything. So, yeah.
Oh, I love that. That is so lovely. I love that. So, in this whole production, how many birds would you say you guys worked with?
Oh, well, there was
Three.
Needy.
Needy, Apollo.
Wait, no, wait. No, there's more than three because they had like five, they had like four
Oh, yeah, but those.
Grangers. So basically, there is Needy,
Mhm,
Apollo,
mhm.
Buzz,
Yes, Venus.
Venus, Mango, Grogu,
Yeah.
Mando,
Uh-huh.
um, and then I got to name one. I named it Celine, and then I named the other one Dion. So yeah,
Celine Dion.
and
That's
those are
awesome.
just 8 birds. They had about like I think about like 20 birds.
Mm.
But honestly, I bonded with them the most.
I love that you remember all of their names. That's great.
They all had names and they all knew.
Well, sadly, we are out of time, but I had such a great time speaking with both of you today. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. It was awesome.
Everyone, you can watch more of Brooklyn Prince and Che Tafari in the film Little Wing, now streaming on Paramount Plus. Brooklyn, Che, you guys take care.
Thank
you
you.
so much, and please watch this on Paramount Plus.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit us at sidewalkstv.com, our YouTube channel, and don't forget to follow us on social media.